Hey, what's up, guys? This is Boxing Knowledge coming at you live, and just in my Jeep, just chilling. You know, just got off of work, had my laptop. I figured, hey, there's a few up and coming fights. Why not do a video, even though if it's shitty? I think out of all the analysts on the YouTube boxing community, I am by far the one that's got the shittiest visual and audio. But whatever, right? Anyway, I'm coming at y'all Naptown Born style with a cigarette in my hand. Um, I hope all that is, the all rights reserved from Naptown. My bad, I'll send you a check later on. Uh, but yeah, man, just gonna have a cigarette and chilling. I'm in my Jeep right now, just relaxing. Let's talk about these fights, guys. All right, first up, we got Paulie Malignaggi against Amir Khan. All right, I don't think this fight is going to be close, and these are the reasons why. Paulie Malignaggi is a one-handed fighter. He's got very good technical skills. He's been in with the cream of the crop. We're talking about a guy who has had fights with Cotto and Ricky Hatton. We got a guy who was a world champion. You know, at the IBF World Junior welterweight champion, if I'm not mistaken. Um, we got a guy who beat a very good fighter in Juan Diaz. I beat him twice. I mean, I believe my first video ever on the YouTube boxing community about a year ago was discussing how I feel Paulie Malignaggi got robbed. He got robbed. It was highway robbery, I think. And he proved me again right, and I predicted that Paulie was going to beat Juan Diaz second time, and sure enough, it happened. But anyway, back to the story. Paulie's a one-handed fighter, guys. He's got no right hand. I mean, he's got 6 KOs. He's got hands, but he's got very fragile hands. Very good technical skills. He can use that jab. It's gonna be a jab fest. He loves throwing that jab. Very good technically sound. And he's got very excellent boxing fundamentals and decent ring generalship. Okay. Um, but he just doesn't have the power to hurt Amir Khan. Amir Khan's defense is also too tight. You know. Freddie Roach has just done an unfathomable job with him in his defense. His defense is always up, covering his chin. Anyway, at the end of the day, I believe Amir Khan's way faster than Paulie Malignaggi. A lot of people say, oh, well, Paulie Malignaggi is very fast. He is very fast. Paulie's fast, but I think that Amir Khan's way faster. So, got to give the significant hand speed advantage to Amir Khan. I think Amir Khan has too much power. I think Amir Khan has too much will. You know, I think this is Amir Khan's time to shine. They're hesitant to put him against Marcos Maidana because of because of just Mark. I want to see Marcos and fucking Amir Khan fight. That's what I want to see. They keep delaying it. They keep delaying it. You know, it's like, oh my goodness. Anyway, Amir Khan's too strong, too fast. Um, you know, he'll be too much for Paulie Malignaggi. He will not knock out Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi is a man who's got almost the distance, or the distance, with guys like Ricky Hatton, and Miguel Cotto. You know, he's been with big power punchers. Paulie Malignaggi will not be knocked out. You know. It's gonna be Amir Khan by unanimous decision. There you go, guys. Amir Khan too fast, too strong, too young, too hungry, too developed. Got the right people in his corner. Amir Khan by you can bet your money safe with Amir Khan. It's a safe bet. That's what I believe. All right, let's move on to Nate Campbell against ferocious Victor Ortiz. No, sorry, vicious Victor Ortiz. It's a ferocious. I keep confusing him with Fernando Vargas for some reason. Anyway, here we go, guys. This might be controversial, what I'm going to say. but I stand by my decision. I love Nate Campbell. I love him to death. Excellent technical boxer. He's just a sweetheart story. You know what I mean? A guy who put his time in, who did a lot of stupid stuff, got knocked out for showboating, bounced back. Beat a lot of good fighters. Was a unified lightweight champion. Um, love Nate Campbell. Love Nate Campbell. I just don't see him winning this fight. You know, I think Victor Ortiz is ready. I think Victor Ortiz has the experience now necessary to impose his youth, his skill, his power on Nate Campbell. Um, Victor Ortiz got some serious power. It's very underrated. Okay, this southpaw can punch. He knocked down Marcos Maidana 2 or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. Um, knocked him down. Didn't knock him out. Didn't break Maidana's will. Did not break Maidana's will, but he did knock him down. To put Marcos Maidana in the seat of his pants 2 to 3 times, multiple times, is no easy task. And Nate Campbell's gonna want to fight in the phone booth. He's gonna want to make it a war. He's gonna want to rough him up. He's gonna want to do, everything that a veteran fighter does, who's very ring savvy. Nate Campbell's got decent power, but he doesn't have the power to put Vargas away. Ortiz away. He doesn't have the power. I think accumulatively in the later rounds, maybe, but I don't think his power is going to be a factor in the early to middle rounds. Okay, I see Victor Ortiz. I see him just imposing his game plan. Boxing intelligently, engaging when he has to. I see him, using the ring. I see him, landing power shots. I wouldn't be surprised if Ortiz stopped Campbell, but I'm gonna go with Ortiz by decision. That's my final prediction. I believe that, and you know what, and I want to add something. Okay. Furthermore, I'd like to add that if somehow Nate Campbell can impose his game plan and rough up Victor Ortiz and get a points decision or maybe a late stoppage, I believe that Victor Ortiz will never be considered an elite junior welterweight. You have to rule him out. From the big, you have to take him out of that deep 140-pound division. We're talking about guys like Devon Alexander, Timothy Bradley, Amir Khan, Paulie Malignaggi. Got to throw him in there. We're talking about guys like Marcos Maidana, Victor Ortiz. He's Nate Campbell. They're all in the mix. They're all floating around. A very deep, rich 140-pound division. You got Juan Manuel Marquez floating around in there somewhere. So I think he's finished. So if he loses, he's finished. It's a make or break fight. And Nate Campbell, here's what I believe. I think he's going to lose because Nate Campbell, he put in, brilliant performances in the past. I don't think that he's got one more good performance, maybe one, but his age, he's getting old. And I know that's a controversial statement because Nate Campbell's a beast. He's he's in his late 30s, and I know I love Nate Campbell, guys. Believe me, I'm a Nate Campbell fan. All right, but I think that even though you can't tell much from his previous fight against Timothy Bradley, but I think that his will's been broken. He can't muster up those virtuoso performances that he put up against people like Juan Diaz, wonderful performances, but what can I say? Or even when he lost his titles on the scales, because he couldn't make, I believe it was 135 pounds. All right, guys, I'm rambling. Talk to y'all later. This is Boxing Knowledge. Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know. And remember, guys, boxing is intelligence. Alright? This sport is not for stupid people. It's for people who are intelligent. Because boxing is intelligence, guys. Talk to y'all.